Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 41, day 2. It is October 11, 2016. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, it was a quiet Monday as price action really didn't move much. Columbus holiday, and indices got a nice boost up. Actually, mid-trend action decided to stay out, and that was our Monday. It was really all about the crude for the day. As you might check out my latest post here at See It Market Crude Trading. There it was yesterday. Look at that awesome chart to the upside. Went ahead and posted that out yesterday on the social media, but what a great move on crude. And again, the indices got a little piece of that, and that was pretty much all for the day. Volume washed up. All right, let's jump right into the daily results. As we can see, price action here today. What a trending day. First setups of the week. 3 setups, 2 on the ES, 1 on the NQ, for a total here today of 379 ticks. Nice move all around. A little bit of econ data there today. So let's jump into some of those charts, see where trend was today, and then look ahead to where the current momentum is on some of our markets. Price action here on the YM, as you can see, all 4 indices. Actually, the TF Russell got a pick here today of the TF Russell to the downside. The key is keeping your chart simple. Holding underneath the 5144 is the trend. It's a 1-minute chart overlay. You have your VWAP up ahead, volume weighted average price, institutional support and resistance. Holding all underneath the T350 with HA bars. You couldn't complain with 5 charts in sync all the way downside. Papow, all the way down till it broke into the cloud. So whether it was the YM or the TF Russell here, as you can see, the combination of the 2 moving averages here with the 50 and the 144 here was just a beautiful trend to the downside. No complaints there. So again, just focusing on 1 to 2 indices at a time. Let's jump into the ES. As we saw price action on the ES, same picture, holding underneath the cloud. It's not about in and out there, Jedi traders, in and out and in and out. It's learning how to remain in the trend, and with all charts in sync, much easier to run full contracts down, or at least take one off and have a runner on. Concern as price action neared some of the AD lines. They're outliers, thinking that would be it for the ES. Well, that surely wasn't the story today. Here we could see price action actually got another lift here. Counter trend move though, as the AD line was at the outlier. Again, always wanting to go with the strongest move, which is all charts in sync. Price action eventually chopped here inside the cloud, started to get a move, looking for a pullback, but ES never followed through, and there it was. It pulled right back down, and there was the setup right underneath the T350 and the HA, the 5144 cloud, all holding underneath the T310. That puts you into the setup here. You hold on. You might have been stopped out. You look for a reentry. Here was your other reentry after the reject at the cloud, and price continued all holding under the VWAP today. Here we had, again, price action still holding down, as we saw there previously on the ES and AD line. So you're looking for the long. You keep holding down. Price action not breaking that cloud here. Again, we're looking at the preceding chart. Here is the pullback downside, but ES very reluctant to get back upside. You're watching the AD line, and the AD line well past its line of I should say an outlier there. Price action really pushing downside and looking for the AD line to break that 10 EMA. And price action, once it broke the 10 EMA, then we were able to get back upside, and that's exactly what we saw. AD line broke. Again, similar situations we had before. We have the counter trend set up here with the T310 cross. Price action breaks through. This would be the first possible entry. You place your stop at the swing size, you'd be okay. We had some traders get in at the lows here and just hang on. I'm looking for the highest probability. You have 2 charts in sync, you have 3 charts in sync, and then finally 4 charts in sync, and that was your higher probability as price action not only held above the T310, the cloud, the T350, but more probability on your side. So again, no plays here in the afternoon. Pretty much finished out down here once price action got back in the cloud. We'll show you that chart here in a moment. Same picture on the NQ as we came down here. I'll show you that NQ setup, but underneath the cloud here, once it broke the Globex low, you got all the charts in sync. AD line ran down to its outlier here, -90, and actually pushed a little bit more all the way down to 100 today, 101 to be exact. As you can see here on the NISS NQ, we pretty much never broke above that 101 level today. So push those limits there. Anyway, taking a look at the 3 setups today. Here was the ES to the downside breakout. Again, a couple bars past Globex low. Run it down. Multiple contracts. Got 5 charts in sync here to the downside underneath the cloud, underneath the VWAP. Once price action got it 2 bars up, decided to go ahead. Could have stayed in, but decided to take one off. Continued downside. Once price action broke back inside the cloud up here on 2 bars, exited on the ES. That was a nice run, 89 ticks. Followed by the NQ with an amazing 255 tick run. Again, breakout below the Globex low. Price action again, similar on the ES. Got 2 bars breaking above, 1 out. Price action down here never broke into the cloud with 2 bars. Once you got 2 bars and a 534 crossover, time to exit out of the trade. Nice trending session. And there was the last setup on the ES as we talked about before. Price action underneath the T350, underneath the cloud, all underneath the VWAP, is tweeted out and shared in the live trading room. Price action breakdown, downside. Once we got back into the cloud, breakout above the T350 here, end of the trade. All right, let's go to the charts here as we take a look every day. Daily gaps. Let's see how we did. Price action on the daily gaps. Formed 2 gaps downside, closing out that Sunday Globex. And Fibonacci targets all hitting their downside, plus some for the remainder of the session. Let's again take a look at that nicely here on a 1-minute chart. Suggestion by one of a fellow trading members using a 534 versus the 10 exponential moving average, confirming a lot of those downtrend moves. Again, this isn't the particular index. This is the AD line, advancers and decliners on Heikin Ashi bars. Current trend, rejection, and back down to support your move to the downside. And once in the afternoon, you can see the AD line getting a lift upside. Again, you might have taken the long. This Jedi trader deciding to stay out of the price action. All right, let's take a look at any of the particular charts here. Again, take a look at the crude here today. Crude, again, not much price action as we saw yesterday on the lift there. Look at that nice, amazing move we saw in the pick there right as we got started here. Solid body, tails up. And again, one of the fall downs of the commodities is not having an AD line or a tick count to support you. So one of my key indicators is that all charts are in sync, and so that might have been a little bit of delay right here above the Globex low would have been the higher probability for me, and I would have taken the crude had I been on that and had I been trading that. But again, price action here as we saw on the crude today, best setup to the downside here, 5 charts in the red, so pretty much a flat session. Again, Thursday will be the crude report out this week because of Monday holiday. Take a look at the gold here. Again, gold not with much price action today. Indices really ruling the day here. Pre-action market with majority of charts in the red, but again, pretty much a flat session on the gold. Euro not so bad. Overnight session coming down. Solid body tails down on the Heikin Ashi bar. Charts are in sync. Euro session again holding below the Globex low here underneath VWAP, but very choppy. And as we saw the 3 indices across the board here on the NQ, YM, and ES, again, it was that afternoon session move to the upside that broke up. But again, here you saw the YM. Again, no setup, no trades on the YM here as focus on the NQ and ES particular in the second part. But again, nice move, solid body, tail down, offers you re-entry. So overall trend for the day to the downside on the 3 indices. All right, taking a look at the, as we move forward, price action on the big picture. Again, combine the big picture with the intraday setup and any daily gaps. Again, one of my particulars is always watching. Let's go ahead and open up the template master here. Again, this is the basic version here as we tend to look at. But again, here's the basic chart without all the key moving averages. So if price action's already moved outside of some key levels on a 5-minute chart, whether it be cam lines, daily gaps, daily pivots, you look to your moving averages, and exactly what we did today. Price action on the NQ came down towards the end of the session, down to the daily 50 here. So again, you have those overlays on your chart, or you just simply look at the daily big pick and see where is price action holding up. And we can now see across the board the NQ, the YM, and the ES now in a big picture downtrend on the YM and the ES, 50 below the 144, Heikin-Ashi bars downside, and below the T350. So I have to go with the downtrend for now as we hold inside the gap. The two horizontal bars just alluding to the fact that price action on both of these indices has been in a channel here sideways. I'm going to keep those up till we break that, but we are holding in between the 50 and the 200, and good volume today, solid volume today after a slow Monday. Again, downtrend, we could see this simply reverse tomorrow. But again, 50 below the 144 I have to go with the probability that the two indices here are now in a confirmed downtrend. NQ, I still have to go with the uptrend because of the 50 above the 144, a little bit divergent as the NQ found support at the 50 and well above the 200. So I got to go with the NQ to the upside. Will the NQ hold up the YM and ES? Yet to be seen as we run into earnings season here, and that can play out as well. As you know, what's at hand, the pre-election roller coaster. All right, taking a look at crude across the board. Crude still holding up. Really looking forward to crude hitting that 55. What am I talking about? Talking about that daily gap upside here, right there, 55.41. That's right. Would love to see that crude run up there at least by the year end. But for now, we might pull back a little bit. But I got to go with the uptrend as we're holding above the 51.44 and on the daily. Gold and bonds downside, clearly rejecting at the 50, now below the 200, 50 below the 144s. No question about it. Whether you're trading the ETF or option, you're on the downside there. And wrapping up on the EMD Mid-Cap 400, love it. Sitting in between the 5200, back downside like the ES. So very clearly downtrend, got to go with that. 6E again, opening gap, major open gap. We'll eventually close that, so you can look for the pullback. Again, pullback will line up in particular somewhere here with the 50 and the 144 to the downside. But again, ES clearly in a downtrend with the yen. I got to keep going with the downtrend until price action pulls back and moves back upside above the T350. But again, any pullback, look for the resistance here. Look as we sit in between the 50 and 200, and that is where we head in to tomorrow. All right, up for tomorrow on the Econoday picture. Let's take a look at some of the econ numbers out tomorrow. We got two Fed speakers. We got MBA mortgage application JOLTS and FOMC minutes as we head into the afternoon. Always looking ahead. Janet Yellen on Friday and a couple of Red Star events on Thursday as well. Hate to bust those bubbles. Let me go back to that daily gap for a minute. Again, why do I keep these daily gaps or just levels of concern on any given day? Just gives me a map of orientation saying that, yeah, I hate to burst that bubble, but yeah, that 1860.75 is an open gap on the ES, which tells me at some point, whether it's today, tomorrow, next year, 3 years, price will rebound and close that out. And so if that thought is we're never coming back down, I hate to tell you this, but 100% guarantee the indices do close out unfinished business. We have them on all three indices, including our crude, both levels upside. We know we have open gaps up at $80. Well, I don't know if we're going to get that next week, but again, 55.41, pretty close by, and ES and as well as the other indices still to the downside. All right, that puts a wrap on today's daily trend. As again, check out my Twitter feed, my social media, to look at any other charts that might have been posted throughout the day. Remember, check out that post here on See It Market. Support See It Market. Got a lot of great videos, articles as well, posted daily. One other one other post I want to bring your attention to is one I posted yesterday, sites that I visit. Nothing instrumental that's going to change your trading style, but again, some of the things that I look at, went ahead and posted an update there to the 2015 list. If you want to check those out, bookmark them and use at your own leisure and your own risk. All right, as I said, that concludes an insight into the daily trend for today, October 16th, 2016. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets as Twitter. My trading mantra, one simple strategy, guys. Any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. If you like trading the ETFs, I love to use a 100-tick chart on those. And you can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts, and always leave your bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone day. If you're interested in being a guest in the room on a Thursday or Friday, please email me, david@tradingfibs.com. Check it out. No guarantees that we're going to have a runner like today, but I can at least show you around the room and show you what we do every day, and hopefully you get a feel for the ins and outs of day trading. All right, have yourselves a Blue Zone day, and good night, and good trading to you.